Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be an episode or a video on the pattern change that is going to be occurring across all of the country. No matter where you live, you're probably going to get impacted in some way or another. Basically, if you live east of the Rockies, then you will probably see warmer temperatures for much of the next couple of weeks, while areas in the southwest might cool down a bit. The northwest may probably stay somewhere where it is right now, maybe a little bit above average, but it does look like the southwest will probably cool off the most. So I'm not really going to be talking about severe weather, but you could see it's going to be a fairly active pattern, but not as active as we have been having across the eastern coast of the United States, where there have been a lot of thunderstorms occurring across the eastern half of the country, and these thunderstorms actually have been producing some flooding concerns. That has went off the coast and now has tracked off and most likely will keep off the coast. However, there could be a new threat that comes in this weekend. You could see there is one threat from the actual tropics and another low coming in from the Pacific. Those two can combine and form quite a bit of precipitation for the country. So that's definitely something we'll need to watch. But I don't want to get into the details on this because this video wasn't supposed to be long. I would like to go on into the temperatures, which is what we're going to be getting to. 2-meter temperature anomaly. If we go to, let's bring this back to about, now 0 hours. So you can see that there's a lot of blues and quite a bit of oranges, but more blues than oranges. So we're going to be going from a cooler than average pattern across the east to a warmer than average pattern, and it's gonna be happening in a major way. So it does look to warm up quite drastically. You can see the warm air is going to be overtaking a lot of the United States, especially like I was saying that the northwest will seem to be fairly above average. You can see it'll be most likely it'll be a pretty La Nina typical pattern. However, if you flip the temperatures around and you flip the warm temperatures with the cold temperatures, so you can see anywhere that is pretty much in Northwest, British Columbia, Canada, all going to be baking in above average temperatures, and that is going to spread into the northern tier of the country. And like I mentioned, the southwest will seem to have the coolest temperatures. However, they will also get on some of this heat. I mean, just look at this map right here. You can see that a lot of this is just reds, and this will stay for quite a while, red, and you can see later on it does start breaking through. A couple of blue colors coming in, which mean below average temperatures, but not in a major way. The red's still predominantly in, but anything, I would like to stress that anything we get past 270, 280 hours, even 250 is pretty much la la land for the models. They go off into crazy forms, and they're not really accurate. So the best information we have is for the next 250 hours, which I'm fairly confident about. We will have above average temperatures with fairly decent weather, what you would expect in a spring summer typical pattern. A couple of thunderstorms, nothing major like a hurricane or tropical storm, but a lot of heat, and that will be the continuing trend. So let's bring this back. You can see today was a pretty warm day across the southwest, but nothing major. You can see that a lot of the northwest was very cool and actually below average. But for the next couple of days, you can see the colors just get darker and brighter in nature, and you can even see some hundreds popping up. 104 right there. You can see this is going to be a heat wave here in Texas if this actually does develop. This is next week already, Tuesday. You can see really warm temperatures occurring across most of the country. And then, like I said, after this, we're not too confident what happens after this because temperatures could go into, the models aren't too accurate after 250 hours. But it does seem to be above average and warm temperatures for much of the country. except the southwest. If you go to 12 o'clock Z, the model run, there was even some readings showing 110 degrees for parts of Texas. So watch this area right here. If you just watch that area, you can see that the colors light up with, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Okay, right there you can see, yeah, just 111, 109. That is, you have changed that obviously since now, but this potentially could move. This could potentially move out into the plains and Midwest and Northeast, and lead to some concerns, because this hot weather isn't really something to be joking around with. This is 111, 110 degrees, and this is Kansas, Oklahoma, which are typically used to seeing warmer temperatures during the summer. However, again, this is still fairly on in the season. This is barely June 1st or June 5th. So this is definitely something we will need to watch. But what I'm confident in is that we will have warmer than average temperatures across most of the country for the next week and a half at least. And after that, we're uncertain what will happen. But we're also uncertain on how hot the temperatures will actually get, because you could see this is just baking hot temperatures, hundreds, 80s, 90s, just very warm temperatures, and that just seems to be the theme. So, I mean, that just pops right into your eye. That's bright. That's almost the end of the spectrum scale right here, and it could go anywhere from -90 to 130, and right now here it's showing 110, so pretty high end on the spectrum scale. And that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to warn you, if you will, just tell you about this weather pattern that is going to be occurring and changing. So please consider subscribing to my channel. Please consider liking the video, and as always, see you guys in the next episode.